even just looking from month to month, we are seeing an increase of passengers.
Travel is up nationwide, and the trend is hitting the San Diego International Airport too. This past Sunday, officials say they saw their busiest flying day since the pandemic was first declared more than a year ago.
In March, there's several different spring breaks happening, so traditionally a popular time to travel.
San Diego International's traffic was down 95% last April compared to 2019, but they're making gains. Right now, it's down around 60% compared to this time 2 years ago. And so is the hotel industry. After averaging around 16,000 daily bookings countywide at the beginning of the year, numbers have steadily increased to now around 50,000 daily bookings. It's an improvement, but not comparable to pre-pandemic numbers during this time. While we're not seeing some huge spring break crowds at places like here at Mission Beach, a lot of our local kids are still yet to go on spring break. But local businesses in this area tell me they're starting to see an uptick in customers.
We are seeing some like tourists from Arizona, like our typical tourists, but it's honestly dropped a lot significantly.
Belmont Park is a staple in Mission Beach for tourists and locals. The park's public relations manager, Daniela Bauer, says spring break is typically their second busiest time of the year.
In previous years, it would be packed. This year, I don't think it's going to be quite that much.
They are expecting an increase over the next few weeks, and because we're now in the state's red reopening tier, amusement parks and baseball stadiums can reopen on April 1st. Belmont Park is doing just that, and preparations are underway to reopen all of the rides here.
It's definitely a huge deal for us.
CDC health officials are still advising against traveling, warning of a potential surge in cases, especially if unvaccinated people are mixing.
If they, make that decision to travel again, do it responsibly. And at this point we're a year in. Folks know the individual steps and actions that we can all take.
Local officials say there are no quarantine restrictions for traveling county residents coming back, but Supervisor Nathan Fletcher says we're on a good trajectory and wants to stay there. In the next few weeks, we could potentially be seeing more restrictions relaxed. He's reminding those traveling of a statewide advisory.
Encouraging Californians to avoid non-essential travel more than 120 miles from someone's place of residence.
Fletcher says that advisory also recommends those traveling out of state to quarantine for 10 days when they return. Matt Hoffman, KPBS News.